Hey everybody, update time. Well, what you are seeing today is, some more of this back and forth action. Now, let's step back for a second, and if I may, I'd like to characterize what has been going on with the market recently. And I'm talking about mainly this month. It has been the month of May, where I think it is correct to say we are seeing a pretty large scale transfer of ownership from weak hands to strong hands. Data indicates that there has been something like a 40 or $50 billion outflow from equities. We know this from looking at the data on fund flows. Okay, so there's been an outflow. What is the cause of this outflow? Well, we know the headlines have been very loaded with fear lately. A lot of people are thinking, well, the market has not been able to move to a new high. It's stalled up here, so they are liquidating. Um, and this is, I think, an indication of a lack of patience. It's very normal for the market to stay kind of spinning its wheels for long periods of time. In fact, I would say that's almost the natural state. It's sort of an equilibrium state where you have forces on both sides that sort of keep it in check. Don't forget, we had a big sell off back in late January into almost mid February. I spoke about that at the time and showed you the reason for it, which was a very significant drop off in IRS tax refunds. And as soon as that snapped back, and by the way, that was due to a computer glitch, but as soon as that snapped back, I told you the day that that happened, get back in. That was February 11th, and we've been going up straight from that point. And back then, there were a lot of predictions about a 2008 style market crash. We were going to see that again. Those predictions were rife. They were all over the place, but that was wrong. And I was telling you to stay calm, stay cool. I did raise concerns about the sort of uh, inexplicable collapse in fiscal flows and spending at the time. But then I found out the reason for it. And as soon as I saw that that was being fixed, I said, jump back in the market. There's a reason for this May. And those of you who have the MMT Trader Report, I explain the reason for this stall right now. I'm not going to get into it here on this video. If you want to find out about it, get yourself a free subscription, 30-day free trial, and read about it. I put it in the report. However, I will say that this is a stall. The market will resolve itself higher ultimately, okay? And this transfer of ownership from weak hands to strong hands is ultimately a very, very positive thing. It will serve as a new base. Okay, this is the base that we'll be taking off from. Now, enough of that. I want to say one thing about mental game. I know some of you, many of you really have been contacting me and explaining the difficulties or the sort of understandings now about mental game, your just realizations of what it entails and what it's all about, your struggles. Okay, I will say that the difficulties you are having in establishing mental game or developing your mental game, that is a very good sign. You want to put yourself in a position where you expose, you make your true emotions come out. You want to expose yourself. You want to put yourself in uncomfortable positions. That's not to say load the boat and blow yourself out, but you want to have positions on that are based on rational and well thought out analysis, and then have that go against you. It's very important that you go through this process. You need to have those emotions be exposed. You need to feel them, and that is how you learn. That is how you advance. If you're not feeling them, if you put on positions and they just, made money every single time, which we would love, right? But it just doesn't work that way. You wouldn't be learning anything. So for those of you who are struggling, or if you're feeling uncomfortable, I want you to know that's good. That's supposed to happen. You want that to happen. That's the only way you can get in touch with your emotions, your feelings, and expose the things you need to work on. So when you feel that you gotta take that as a good thing. It might be uncomfortable. You might feel discomfort from it. You might feel stressed out, but you need to feel that stress. Okay, again, the best analogy is the workout, the exercising analogy. If you're on that treadmill or you're lifting weights and those muscles are burning and you want to stop and you feel uncomfortable and you feel out of breath, you keep pushing. Okay, that's a good feeling. When your muscles ache, that's a good feeling. You need to feel that. Okay, so don't be afraid of that. All right, that's it for this video. Be back here again later. Bye-bye.